Welcome to CaravanEAzeem. History has a pattern. Civilizations that place wealth at the center do not last. Again and again, they rise, expand, and then disappear. Babaji looks at history the way a doctor studies a patient's record, not to praise the past or grieve over it, but to understand what keeps happening and why. He says that many civilizations, far more advanced than ours, once lived on this earth and then vanished. What remains now are only their traces. Then he asks a question that history books often leave unanswered. Not only what destroyed them, but what made them vulnerable in the first place. His answer is clear. When people become deeply attached to the world and distant from their spirit, greed begins to take over. That is where the decline begins. He explains that once this shift happens, worldly desire stops being a temptation and becomes a purpose of life itself. Society turns into a race for more wealth, more comfort, more status, and people begin organizing their lives around accumulation. It starts shaping how success is defined, what education is for, what relationships become, and how people judge one another. Once that happens, the direction of that society changes. Babaji says that in such a society, decency, nobility, righteousness, and purity lose their weight. Respect is no longer given to character, but to possession. And the person with the greatest wealth is elevated, whether that wealth serves any real purpose or not. That detail matters, because it means wealth is no longer valued for use, but for display. Its visibility becomes its power, and eventually, visibility becomes value. Then he says something especially important. No one truly denies that all of this is temporary. People know wealth does not last. They know comfort is borrowed. They know none of it goes with them. And still, they keep running after it. Because there's a difference between knowing something is temporary and being inwardly free from it. He says that love of the world eventually weakens people from within. It makes them fearful, attached, and unable to face the reality of death. They become self-absorbed, directionless, and unstable. And when a people are weakened in this way, they become easy to manipulate. Other nations can tempt them, distract them, and pull them deeper into the very desires that are already hollowing them out. This is how collapse begins, not only through external attack, but through inner corruption. Babaji is not saying this so we can look at ruined civilizations and feel superior. He is saying it because this pattern did not end with them. It is still unfolding. And the real question is not what happened to those nations. The real question is, what are we becoming now? For more reflections like this, rooted in spiritual insight, inner awareness, and deeper truth, follow CaravanEAzeem.